Hello everyone, welcome back! And by welcome back, I mean welcome to this very familiar seeming place, for the first time. So, the last game, in the Helsia 2, I got a ticking player error. I couldn't figure out what to do about it. So, so what I ended up doing, long story short, is starting a new world with the same seed, a Sekhet LP world, capital S, capital L, capital P, capital W, to put me right back in a biomes of plenty world generated with the same seed for the worldgen. You can see there's well, I haven't explored a lot of it, but there's a lot of the same stuff, um, including that little pillager outpost. Um, why? Because I really liked this world, and this little isthmus was perfect for building the lighthouse that I want to build on. There are some differences. Uh, the underground cave den is very different. But I'll tell you, it was eerie walking here through the same world but different. Unfortunately, that means that we're back here in the exact same spot that we were before I left to go exploring, except we don't have a battery pack going here. Um, but I've done a bunch of mining, and I've set this cave up a little bit more so that it's safer. This is just the default door you make from 6 cherry planks. It's quite nice. But it's safer here than it was in the last world because I built a little box. Excuse me, I basically just ate an entire block of cheese. What this world doesn't have, much like the last world we were in didn't have, is apparently any naturally generating diorite. So So we're off to look for Botania flowers, and possibly get started in mystical agriculture too, because I want to build this mostly out of diorite, the lighthouse. My new friend, he spawned up in the tree when this guy spawned down on the ground. So I got a llama. Wonder if he's gonna miss his buddy. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna walk over to the village that we saw the last time. Here's another one. Let's see what this guy's got. Allows the user to instantly pick up experience without delay for 30. At 5, I get a jungle sapling. Purification powder. Wonder what that is from. Something. Alright, it's getting dark soon. So one of the other things that I'm hoping to find from this village are some vanilla wheat seeds. You can break grass all day, and the only grass you'll get seeds from, well, I broke one, I'll show you in a minute, is this special grass with yellow tips. And from that, you get these seeds from whatever mod it is. That, seeds. No seeds. No seeds. One thing this pack does have, however, is vein miner. Check this out. So you just hold down the Grav key next to the 1 while you're breaking whatever block you want to break, and it will break all of them in a row up to, I think, a stack. So that's nice. It does horrible things to your hunger bar. So I did make a lumber axe, but I've just been vein mining trees. And we'll take our little nap here, as soon as it lets us. I want to say that village was over here somewhere. Hopefully they'll have some wheat growing that we can get and turn into vanilla seeds, because another thing that I don't have yet, this pack does have those fancy backpacks, but I do not have any leather or any wheat to attract any cows to get some leather from. I need to find 2 cows, just 2. Not where I found them the last time. So yeah, the cave gem's different. It appears that the shipwrecks generate differently. I saw one that I didn't see before. In the other world, I generated with this seed that I would have seen, because it was sticking right up out of the water. Oh, the other thing this pack doesn't seem to have is the seasons mod. So, here's some of the grass. We'll get some kind of seed from that. Tomatoes. I did add the simple farming mod. Oh, this pack. Duh. This is all the mods 5. It's also for 1.5.2. It's got a lot of the same mods in it. It's got some different ones, like the vein miner that I just showed you. And you can get all the mods 5 off the Twitch launcher by searching for ATM 5. One word. ATM 5. Not a word at all. Well, we have wheat anyway, so I'm definitely gonna hork all this wheat. We'll just vein miner it. Get these two. I wonder if I can get. I know I can get wheat from this, but can I get seeds? Doesn't look like it. Well, at least we have wheat to breed cows with, even if we don't end up finding any seeds. However, a little garden going right here. Hey! Wheat seeds! Very nice. I should probably really give you your bales of wheat back, but I'm not going to do that. Some vanilla here. XL Food Mod. That's what these are from. The XL Food Mod. It adds XL Food. There's one of the flowers I'm looking for. I think I found enough. What are these? Aura blooms? Okay. There are some aura blooms if we need them. The chests in this village were not too inspiring. But I know the loot table last time, but I know the loot tables were re-rolled when I started the new world, so or maybe it's just when you open the chest. Is that how that works? I don't know. So let's see. I wanted to say there was at least one chest in here. I'm gonna leave them with their bell, just in case they need it. They're awful close by. I don't think the bell actually does anything for them. But we'll leave it for them. We'll steal a bell from somewhere else. Alright. Got another house down here. What you growing? What you growing? Carrots. I don't have carrots yet. I'll take a carrot. Potatoes I have. Any beetroot? 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 No beetroot? Wait, there's another bell. Alright, you guys don't get to keep those bells. I'm taking one of these. I'm not even going to be sorry about it. Because I want a bell. I want to do something with redstone that makes the bell ring when a thing happens. I don't know what the thing is yet. But I want that. I'm probably also going to have to adopt at least one of these cats at some point. I got no chest in here. Where are we? Is this ocean out here? I don't see all the coral that I saw around here last time. I've had a genuinely spooky moment when I was starting the world. I was walking to where we had put the base. There's a little bit of armor. From spawn, and just as I got past that taiga village where I stole this red bed from, I heard this sound. It was like shines. I don't know how else to describe it. And it was really pretty, but I looked around. I thought maybe it was coming from something. Did not appear to be coming from something. Or if it was, I could never find the something, and it just kind of followed me around for a while. I kept hearing it, was looking all around, not finding anything. And then I went to the village. I didn't hear it anymore. I frankly forgot about it. Then I heard it one more time. I was like walking, and I got genuinely spooked out by Minecraft. There in the chat. A little embarrassing, but it happens. So I'm looking for light gray, light gray, light gray. And I need some brown flowers. Ooh, crabs. Green crab? Hey, buddy. Cute little thing. We're gonna have to build an aquarium. Alright, I'm also looking for brown flowers. Botania is called, the author calls it a tech mod. I mean, okay. It's basically flowers and magic. There is a fruit tree. You don't work that. And to do the thing I need to do, that I want to do, I should say, is I need red flowers, which I've found, white flowers, which I've found, red flowers, which I've also found, and I need some brown flowers. Haven't found any yet. So I haven't seen any seeds from the simple farming mod, but I have seen the bushes and the trees. I don't know how we're going to go about getting the seeds, or even if we can. Might have to learn something about config files. This might be set just to not drop seeds from regular grass. I wonder. Seems like a thing that somebody would do. Did I get no sapling? No sapling. I didn't even look to see what kind of tree it was. Oh well. I'll go back across the water here. So there's two fish mods in here. Some of which add some pretty aggressive fish that I'm not really prepared to run into with my leather shirt here. I probably shouldn't be really swimming around in the ocean. One of those drowns with a trident cane, my goose would be cooked. Anyway, what I think I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna look for some brown flowers, and I'm gonna get the stuff I need to go ahead and set up for Britannia, and then maybe I'll get set up for that mystical agriculture too. I don't know what's gonna turn out to be faster for us. I'll set up for both, and then we'll come back. Okay. Okay, we are back. Sun's about to go down. We're gonna go back and sleep. I've set up a little area just to do some very basic Britannia for the time being. We'll get a more permanent, bigger setup once we figure out what the scale of the space is actually gonna be. And for now, we gotta sleep through the night. Now the thing to do with Britannia, if you haven't used it before, and even if you have, is to get the Let's Get Britannia. This tells you everything you need to know about how to use this mod. The crafting recipe is sapling and a book. And I don't have the leather to make a book right now. So we're not going to be making the Lexica Britannia. Fortunately, I've used this mod a little bit in the past, so I have some vague idea what we're doing. But the reason we're going through all this, by the way, is that we need some diorite. Diorite, maybe. I haven't seen it generate in the world. We can make it with nether quartz. That is not a very good return for nether quartz. We could also make it with essence, which is something we're definitely going to be getting into probably today. We can also do it with mana infusion, and that's what we're going to be working towards right now. We'll need an alchemy catalyst, though. We'll need brewing stands. We can find brewing stands lying around somewhere, I'm sure. We'll just get the basic setup going today. Britannia, to me, it looks like a magic mod. I guess in the Lexica it says it's a tech mod because you can automate everything using vanilla mechanics. So if that's your standard, then a tech mod I suppose it is. It looks like a magic mod to me. So that's what I'm going to call it. While I was not recording, I did finally make a weapon in this pack. I've got a katana. It's like a sword, except it uses one more ingot. And see if you can get somewhere you can see the timer. You see it up in the air? You can see it up in the air. The recharge is significantly faster than on a sword. It's also made out of refined iron, so it's got a little more oomph. I should be killing mobs in 3 hits instead of in 4. So the first thing we need to get set up for Botania is something called the Petal Apothecary. And that is where we make our flowers. Petal Apothecary, not hard to make. We need these mushrooms or we need a petal. You get the mushrooms underground. The petals you get from taking one of these Botania flowers that you find in the world and just putting it in a crafting grid. You get 2 petals. Now, what else did it say I was going to need? It said I was going to need 2 slabs, right? So we'll make some slabs. Go ahead and make our Petal Apothecary. We're going to put it right down over here by the water because it needs water to work. You can automate that. I will eventually. Why not do the more permanent setup? Maybe I'll do it with, there's a rats mod in this. I might do it with the rats. Now, the first flower you make in Botania is a pure daisy. You need 4 white petals you can get from crafting a couple mystic flowers here. And we need some seeds. This is part of why I have all those pumpkins going over there at the tiny little farm. You just throw them in with your Q key, and you can see they land in there and actually kind of spin around. Then when you've got the right amount of petals in to make a recipe, it'll tell you that you need some seeds. Let's hope pumpkin seeds work. They do! And that'll get us a pure daisy. I'll build it right back up because we're going to need it in a minute. But the pure daisy is what we need to get the next 2 things we need, which are living rock and living wood. And I'll show you how this works. What do we need first? We'll do living wood first, and then we'll make some living rock. We're going to need them both. If I end up getting heavily into Botania, we'll probably set this up to be automated too. What you do is you just place them down, and you can see the little particle effects, and in 60 seconds, these will transform into living wood. While that's doing that, I'm going to go feed my cows. You can see my super awesome high-tech cow farm right over here. We're really lucky getting those seeds in that village. We now have all of the vanilla vanilla crops except for beetroot and cocoa beans, I believe. We got everything else. Here's the high-tech cow farm. I could use some torches around here so I don't end up with creepers spawning right next to the thing. Feed my cows. It looks like there's a mod that just reskins some of the cows. I don't know what it is. It doesn't seem to make a difference. They get a little confused sometimes looking for each other. But they breed up just fine, just like regular vanilla cows, which I guess they are, just with a reskin on it. Pretty soon we'll have some leather and we'll make that book. We also need to make the book for mystical agriculture. Which, again, you need a book to make, I think. Do you need a book? I assume so. Yeah, a book and some Infernium essence. So we'll make that. Fortunately, I've used the mod enough that we'll be able to get basic little infusion altar set up and at least make the stone seeds, I hope. As for those quartz seeds, we'll have to make a little run to the nether. Oh, and see, we're all done. We got living wood. Very nice. I need to make a little small axe. The axe from Silent Tools, as opposed to the lumber axe from Tinker's Construct, this does not try to mine a 3x3 area if it doesn't recognize something as a tree. It just breaks as a single block of wood. And that's fine. We'll get some living stone going. Living rock, maybe. I can't remember what it's called. So what we need to make here next is a mana pool, which we just need the living rock for. That's good. And we need something. Mana is the power in Botania. It's RF or Thoms or Watts or whatever. generated two ways, both involving flowers. First, we're going to start out with crappy flowers. They generate power passively, and then after a couple days, they turn into a dead bush. But it's what we could make to generate some mana in the beginning, I hope. I didn't see it when I searched for it. I hope they are in the pack. Otherwise, I might be in some trouble. These are all the generating flowers. Pure daisies, floating pure daisies, mana stars. Well, I don't see day blooms, but it looks like we can start right off with endo flames. In other packs I've played, I've needed mana to actually make the endo flames. I guess in this pack that's not the case. So what are we going to need? We're going to need a light gray, a red, and 2 brown for each one of these that we're going to make. So we are going to make 4. I need another pumpkin. Now what the endo flame does, the flower I was kind of bored at that sugar cane grows tall, doesn't it? What the endo flame normally does is, well, what the day bloom that I was going to make normally does, it generates a little bit of mana from the sun. This generates mana, the flower we're going to make generates mana from having stuff you can burn nearby it. It'll suck up the stuff you can burn, coal or what have you, and it will generate mana from that. And that is something that's very easy to automate. And that's what we're going to do. Glad we get into it today. So we're just going to get all those in there. Throw that guy in. You can just right click with an empty hand to put all the petals back in. Throw your seed in. Now one more. Now we're all set. We have 4 of these things now, which is, for our purposes, it's gonna be just fine. I see we have our living rock, so we're gonna make the mana pool out of that now. Now we'll put it right up here where these lilies of the valley used to live. Looks like we can start right off with a full-size mana pool. We don't need to start with the mini one. We'll put the mana pool down right here. And we're going to put the endo flames down over here. And now we're going to take some simple vanilla mechanics. Do I have something to build that out? We'll just make it out of cobblestone. This isn't going to be much. We're going to make a much nicer one of these at some point. So we got a pressure plate. Stone pressure plate. Anything you put on it will cause it to emit, I think, a redstone signal, right? Wrong. I think I need the wooden one. I need the wooden one. That's right. Stone's for like mobs and players, I think. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see. Get a little bit of this cherry log here, and we'll see if this will work any better. Oh, we got nice colored pressure plates. Alright. There we go. Get back on there. I want to make sure you're running. Now, I think that a repeater will pull the signal through the block here. I'm going to put another block on top of it. Whoops. Didn't want to do that. It will not, however. That'll work. Oh, of course it'll work. Grr. So we'll just send it up like this. You better go to sleep. Oh, I don't have my bed on me. That and 1,000. Do 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 do. Texture of this cherry is really nice. I really like that deep red color. And the reason we're building in this biome. The bright green grass and the deep red wood. We could have just got that, but that's no fun. And tons of flowers out here. Why not? Okay. Whoops. There we go. Do-do-do. We're going to want to extend all the way out to here. Now, I could do this with a dropper, but Botania adds a block called, I want to say it's the open crate. And it's just like a dropper, except instead of the items shooting out at random like they would from, from a mob, if you killed a mob and it dropped stuff, there you go. This will drop it straight down. And that's exactly what I want. I want it to drop straight down onto this pressure plate here. We want a hopper, and we want a barrel. I think we can just put the hopper right here, right? Put the barrel right on top of it. The idea is that if there's an item on the pressure plate, the pressure plate will send a redstone signal to the hopper that will tell the hopper not to drop anything. But if something, say the endoflame, consumes the item that's on the pressure plate and, say, starts making mana out of it, it'll drop another one. Fortunately, we're running no shortage of wood around here, so I smelted this up a bunch of charcoal, which should be more than ready. Hey, we got all the things. Another osmium? That's a lot of osmium. We'll make some fancy osmium armor in a minute. I get this going. And then we may have to call it. Well, no, we're gonna do the mystical agriculture thing too. So we'll throw all this in here. That was an awful lot to get stuck down there. Just on a. And the endoflames are not picking up the charcoal. Do you not know there's a mana pool here? Let's find out if it knows there's a mana pool here. I'm gonna make one of these anyway. So I got a blue, and we'll do a black. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the black flower. Whoops. You can make this, you make living wood twigs like so. You need 3 of them in your crafting grid with any petal. They can be the same color or whatever you want. You get your wand of the forest. This is the wrench of Botania. Right. I forgot about the mana spreaders. They need to go into a mana spreader. I didn't think that was a condition of them sucking up juice. But I guess it is. So we'll make we'll make a little bit more living wood. And, see what we have. That'll take a minute. So the other thing we have to do is get into mystical agriculture. Because as you saw, we can make diorite with the Botania. We're going to have to get some brewing stands. Or we can make diorite from quartz essence, wherever it went, and from stone essence. So I know we can make stone essence today. Well, stone seeds, I should say. To do this, so we're going to need the prosperity seed base, and we're going to need this infusion crafting setup, which is one infusion altar, like so, and no less than 8 infusion pedestals, like so. So we're going to need a lot of red carpet to start that going, and oh, we got our living wood. We're going to need a lot of red carpet to get that going, so maybe taking a break and doing some exploring, because I'm going to need wool. We're going to need either red wool or red dye. We're going to need some brewing stands. We're going to need quite a bit here. And that's fine. The game, is partially about gathering resources. I do like exploring in this world too. Like everything I've seen has been really, really cool and interesting. So we got to make a mana spreader. And I think they're just, okay, we need a piece of gold. So you can use those mushrooms like you would petals. Those mushrooms are all over the place underground. I see more of those, it seems, than I do flowers out in the world. Probably just easier to see against the stone. Nevertheless, now I know. I always wondered. Now we got our mana spreader. Forgot about that particular component. We might need to put that up a block here. We'll see. We have a mana spreader right here. And I don't know how to do this. I'm just gonna break it. Really gonna have to look up how to use that thing again. Okay. Do you know? The link? Want to bind you to you. Aha, there it goes. I know there's a way to do that with the tool. Okay, it's letting those out too many at a time. Why would it let 4 out? I have to watch that. Maybe the repeater wasn't a good idea. Should be fine, though. Shouldn't be a delay. You should just be getting 1 tick. If we stand up on something, we'll be able to see it. There we go. Now we can see everything. Now one of the things we can see, I hope, there we go. Looks like I figured it out. Now this thing is putting mana into the pool. Alright, so that took an embarrassingly long amount of time. I swear that was... I think it's giving it too much. It really should only be dropping 1. So maybe if I set this back a little bit. That time it only let in 2. Let's try that. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. that dropped 4. That dropped 4. That dropped 5. Alright. I swear I did this with repeaters once. It's not being nice to me. That was only dropping 3 at least. I wonder if it's that pressure plate. Anyway, we'll figure this out. We're generating some mana now. I'm gonna need to go out and find some brewing stands and a bunch of wool. So this is probably a good place to end the episode. So thanks for coming back to the first episode of All the Mods 5. I hope you enjoy your day, and bye-bye.